Yes people, what is going on? My name's Jack and in today's video we're going to be building this Kona Cinder Kona 2024 and turn it into a 60 mph beast. These are the parts we are using. I'll run through the spec list now. So brand new Kona Cinder Kona 2024 model, stripped it down near enough, banged some 2 new tyres on it, Michelin Wild Enduros. We are rocking an MXUS 3K turbo, listening to an MTX 39 rim, 72 volt, 30 amp power, Samsung 50G, 21700s, 60 amp, fully Bluetooth amp BMS, Warp 9 light switch, Warp 9 speed restrictor, OEM Surron throttle, Pro Taper grips, Renfrew bars, Magura MT5s for that extra stopping power that we need, 72 volt to 12 volt converter, waterproof box, bit of cable management. But yeah, not much to it to this one, to be honest guys, so let's get to it. Right, so boom. So MXUS 3K turbo with a SRAM 200mm rotor on it. We're going to get this on the wheel now. So first thing first, what I always like to do is get the gear selector as far out as you can, so you get the wheel in nice and easy. So behind the rotor, this is a 7-speed MXUS 3K turbo, 142mm wide, 2 2mm metal spacers at the back, M5x16 bolts, 200mm SRAM rotor, 3 half-cut spacers, and 3 spacers on the other side as well. So I'm just going to drop this in first. Get your chain over the cassette. One sec, like so. 3K turbo is inside of it. First thing I always do is I'm going to try and press it onto the right hand side of the frame, which is the rotor side, just so it doesn't scratch the frame and bend the rotor. So we'll do that first. Left foot a 1/4 and right foot a 1/4 fast as always. I always try and hold the spacer because they will always try and fall out, especially if you've used half cut ones. Like so. And that should just drop straight in. There we go. Then same on to the side. Boom, like so. Is that right one all the way in? It is, it's in, just needs dropping down. There we go. Lovely. Double check the clearance is okay on either side. Yeah, absolutely perfecto. 3 spaces on the left hand side, 3 spaces on the right hand side. I'll tell you what I'm going to do dead quick. I'm just going to put the front wheel on only because it's falling back, so I want it to be stable. So back wheels on, front wheels on. Just make sure it's not rubbing here whatsoever. Kona torque arms. Right, I'm going to be using a Kona torque arm now. These are custom made specifically to fit the Kona. I always do this, so I only use 1 torque arm for a 3 kilowatt. I've tested them without any torque arms. They don't even mean about the dropouts. But yeah, this is a Kona torque arm specifically made for the Konas. Stainless steel, and I'm going to be using a M5 torqued bolt to screw it to the frame. Straight in like that. Don't tighten it up all the way. And we're going to need our bolts now. That one. Oh. This one on, and then on that side I'm going to be using a pig's, I call them pig's ears, these little spaces here. So 21mm socket, tighten it up nice and even on both sides. Turn that wheel straight like so. Get my last bit of the torques on the torque arm. We'll tighten this up. Done and dusted. Put these black covers over the top of them. Wish they did these for the 5K, but they don't. I know what we're going to do now is zip tie that motor cable away from the frame. going to need to get the brake in, but I'm probably going to do the brake last minute. I always do the brakes at the end. So 3 kilowatt wheel on the Kona is now fitted. If you have a look here now, you've got two 2mm space on the left hand side, M5x16 bolts of a SRAM rotor, and then I've got 3 half gut spacers. And then obviously you've got my motor cable here, so when I spin this, it spins nice and free. I've got a torque arm on the right hand side, you can see, and then I've just got a pig's ear on the left hand side. Yeah. Okay, now next step is probably chopping the brakes, pulling them out. These are probably decent ones, to be honest though. Well, yeah. Tell you what, we'll put the brake adapter on and we'll do the brake last minute. So this is the brake adapter that I'm using. It goes from pretty sure it's a 160 to a 203. Yeah, this is what it says on the back of it. Going to install this now. So you might have to mess about with this, depending on what wheel you've got and what frame you've got. You might have to mess about with basically how you put the spacing behind the actual frame itself. So we'll just get one in now, like a pilot hole, like so. Next one in. I'm just going to use a 5mm spanner to tighten them up. I mean 5mm Allen key, sorry, what am I on about? You don't have to put 2 spaces behind the rotor if you don't want to, but it literally all depends on what size your caliper is. And obviously Magura, Hope Tech is what I mainly use, and SRAM as well. And if you're using 4 pots, they're a lot thicker than the regular 2 pots. So I just do that. So if they do want to upgrade the brakes, it's easier for them to do it, instead of obviously having to bring it back down and space it back out when you could do it in the first place. I'll go and get the pump up the tyres, and then we'll start taking stuff off the cockpit, put the battery bag in, do the control box, all the good stuff. You know what we do. Peace. Lovely jubbly, tyres are pumped up. Right, so let's get the battery bag in then, boys. So then, because once you've got the battery bag in, you can align the control and the waterproof box up very easily. 2-to-1 harness. Obviously you got a 3-pin here, this is for your throttle, and you've also got a 5-pin which is for your display, and then you've also got an 8-pin and then a pin in the middle, and this wires back to your controller. Battery bag's in. Yeah, so now we can flip the bike upside down, put the controller on it, and put the controller box on it. Controller we are rocking is 72150 Sabvoton. So now what I'm going to do is, this is what she's looking like now. 2 new tyres on, SRAM 200mm on back, Kona torque arm. Controller boxes on, controllers on, waterproof bags in, and literally just now down to the cockpit. We are changing the bars to fat bars, but I ordered a 35mm instead of a 31.8. My bad. This is the display we're rocking. It's UKC one. Personal password, USB charger, 1 to 5 mode, you know the script. Comes with a USB charger on the right hand side. Obviously you've got your power buttons, you've got your power modes. Settings, sorry, put up and down for your gears. Let's get this on. I'm going to wrap that round like that, like I always do. This power plug is going to be connected into this waterproof harness. Like so. Get your bag full of screws. I'm not going to do it up too tight because I still need to go and get the bars. I'm going to have to change everything over, but still do it on these bars for you audience. But I'll swap it last minute. sorted. Ooh, we've got a warp 9 light as well, what we need to do. So, I might actually have that going backwards instead for once. Yeah, it looks miles better. We have got a warp 9 light switch. These are lovely, I always use warp 9 light switches. Like so. Can I put a switch on the other side though for a speed restrictor? I can't even put a speed restrictor in, I don't think. Nah, I can't. Right, I'm just going to put the light switch in because this is a waterproof, so I can't actually put a speed restrictor in. Let's go grips. So we are rocking Pro Taper green grips. I think this goes really well with the colour of the frame, and we're also going to go with green mud guards as well. Green now, it's not a very popular colour in my opinion, but it's nice to do something a bit different. Also on these grips, just to make sure you know what you're doing, the left hand side, which is, well, whatever side your non-throttle side is the smaller one, which is that one, and then obviously your throttle side, which is a Surron throttle, is this one, which is a bit bigger. Okay. So go straight on. Lovely. Let's got our waterproof Surron throttle. I don't think there's anyone else in the UK doing like this. So this is actually an OEM Surron throttle. It's got a waterproof 3-pin JST plug that connects directly onto my loop. Lovely. Loosen it off. Like so. Tap that on. Like so. Fuck me, man. Like so. There's a 4mm to tighten it back up. Grip on the other side. There we go. Lovely jubbly. 4mm again to tighten these titanium bolts on the warp 9 switch. Right, so I tell you what, let's just plug this in now to the 3-pin throttle like so. Now for the fun part, let's get the Magura brakes on. I tell you what, let's get the light on first, sorry, my bad. Right, so guys, I have modified this to fit. So this is the light. This only applies to people who are not running KKE forks or whatever triple clamp forks, yeah? So there's your light bracket. This is just off a regular light or a horn, whatever you get in your package when you buy a new bike. So I've just mounted it on, put a washer at the bottom, bolted it, and this is basically, I'll show you now. This is, pull the bike back a little bit. See this bit here? I've pushed the display all the way and I'm going to sit inside there now. Like so. Bolt straight through the top, or is it from the bottom? I'm probably going to say it's from the bottom because I'm going to put my bolt through the bottom. Like so. Get a flathead. Like so. So if I get an 8mm now, tighten that up. Use the Allen key, what they give you to tighten it up. And so, plug this into there. Yes guys, what's going on? So this is how you wire a warp 9 switch to a e-bike. So, This is your switch, yeah, what plugs directly into your light like a normal Surron light does. And obviously you've got your positive and then your negative here, yeah. You can zoom in a little bit to that. You've got your positive, yeah, and your negative here. All I'm going to do is solder from there and there all the way down to the 72 volt to 12 volt converter. Yeah, so all I'm going to do is these cables here, wire them from a 72 volt to a 12 volt converter. So all I'm going to do is strip him. You got to remember, guys, the polarity on these is back to front because obviously they're made in China. So the positive is negative and negative is positive. Just in case you didn't know. I'm going to prime these first, or whatever you like to call them. Just add a bit of solder onto them so it's easier for them to stick together. I've got my cable. What I am going to use, obviously, this has just come off a regular pedal assist. Yeah, as long as you've got two cords, you're absolutely fine. So you've got a positive and negative. We've got the same ones on the light switch, what we chopped, but you've got to remember the polarity is backwards. So I'm always going to do the polarity at the top, so when it comes to the bottom, I know that I can colour match it and the polarity is correct. I'm going to strip these two as well. Like so. Oh, fuck off. So flux them two. So flux them two now. I'm going to get a big piece of heat shrink and just put it over the both of them first. Yeah, so I can put this on at the very end. And then you're going to need a little tiny piece on the positive and the negative. Chop them down to size. And then it's as simple as just soldering them together now. So I get a little bit of solder, like so. And then obviously remember your polarity is the opposite way around, guys. So red's going to go to black on this one, and black's going to go to red on the other one. It's nice and easy. Just going to snip that bit off. Done that. Same again with the other one. Black is going to brown. This only occurs on Warp 9 switches though, guys. Make sure you test it with a multimeter first if you're unsure. Tell you what, I'm going to shot that one as well. It's fucking way too long. Lovely. So it's all done and dusted now. I'm just going to show you a little close up. So this is your Warp 9 switch, yeah? This is what comes OEM from the switch. I mean, from the light, sorry. This has come from the light. Yeah, this is your switch. This is just an OEM fitment. And obviously I've used this pedal assist sensor cable. And it's simple as just pulling the negative out of there, wiring the positive and negative together. But obviously make sure that your polarity is the opposite way around, okay? Because Warp 9 do it backwards, so I've done it like that. This is going to go all the way down to the controller box, wire to my 72 volts 12 volt converter, and then she'll be done, guys. So sort that out now. So he's heat shrinked him now. I'm literally just going to fold him up like that. Yeah. Get them all nice and tight together. And then I'm literally just going to put this piece of heat shrink all up a little, something like that. OEM lad. So it should look a little something like this now. So obviously you've got your switch, OEM plug, and then you've literally just pulled the negative out, chopped the positive out of that one, and wired it together. Now this will go straight down to the controller, like so. Tell you what, I don't even know why I put another bit of heat shrink on it. See if that'll go over the top of it. Yeah, may as well use that bit as well. It's going to go straight down to the controller. Alright, let's get the Magura brakes on and then I'm going to call it a fucking day, mate. Innit? Because there's not really anything else I can do to this now. Put the battery bag in. I'll tell you what, we can do the majority of it, but yeah. Right, let's get the Magura brakes on now then. Boy, oh! So, brakes we are rocking are Magura MT5s, can't lie. First time ever buying brand new brakes. I mean brand new Magura brakes, sorry. So these are reversible as well. So I'm gonna go straight over and do the rear straight away. Ooh. Magura brakes going on. And so lovely jubbly. So we're going to internally route this now. But I'm presuming I've got to take this off the top first. There we go. One thing I like about these Maguras already is that they're reversible, similar to SRAM. SRAM are really good brake as well. So it's going to go right over like so. Drop that down to about here. Have a look, go down. It's going to go past the around the inside and chop it about there. First I'm going to flip this upside down. So, chop that there. Huh? Oh my god, as if I almost done that then. Wow, I almost fell up. I'm going to go like that, around.
Have you got a brake cleaner? No.
Not for time. New cable with that rubber thing. Alright. So, quick and easy one, how to do a Magura if you're chopping the line. First of all, you're going to need this rubber bit. You put that over first. Then you're going to need the bit that screws into your actual caliper itself, or your master, whatever. And then you're going to use this bar, black one, straight over the top. And then you're going to use this silver insert. So, push that in, daddy. Why do I feel that's wrong? If you can't get it out, it probably means it's wrong. Now they're both like that, it's right that. What you've got to do, if you're struggling to get it in, let's just push it against something. Go straight in, puppy. 8mm buggers by the ball. Do you know what Maguras are actually growing on me? They're actually really easy to do. I was used to be a lover of SRAM and Hope. Don't get me wrong, they're good for the money. These SRAMs are mega though.
My spanner, hello, spanner, hello, papi, spannerito, paririno.
Is my spannerino. Have you seen it? Lad, it's fucking here, lads. Your blood is a fucking bat, lads. I know, lads. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that line's going to be a bit twisted up, lads. As soon as you start feeling it go solid, let go straight away. Otherwise, you will strip that bitch, boy. Yes, sir. Very nice. Right, so there's the Magura brakes on, people. Quick video of that. These are Magura MT5, for anyone wondering. Right, so boom. Bars are on, fat bar 40s. Pro taper grips are on, Magura brakes are on, UKC one's on, gear shifter's on. We've done the light, I've showed you how to wire it, warp 9 switches on. All I'm going to do now is get it all nice and tidy, push it all the way back to the controller, and then get it wired into the 12-volt converter, tune it, mud guards, box, bish, bash, bosh, boxed it kit. Boom, that's all the cable management done. Didn't really want to film most of it because it's kind of a headache and not something you want to see. We've got all the cables looking nice and neat with the cable wrap all the way down there, taped up with some waterproof adhesive tape. The connector that runs all the way down. These go together like so, all the way down. Got obviously your waterproof cable, and obviously we've got this cable that's going to go directly to the 12-volt converter. I'm going to flip the bike upside down, sort all this out, put the mud guards on, get the battery in, get it tuned. And she's racking, boy. Probably need to bleed the brakes as well. Let's check. Yeah, defo need to bleed the brakes, but she's getting there. She's getting there. So I've sorted all the cable management out. Which I'll show you in a minute. We're going to go with some green mud guards. Obviously one's going to sit on the back, and then one's going to sit over the controller, and then the mud guards for the front and the back is these. Just mucky nuts fenders. Can't go wrong with them, pal. Let's get cracking. Right guys, so pretty much built now. Batteries in, put the converter in. I'm just going to show you now how to connect to the app. So it's MQCON. We're going to do a hall test first, so you got to go given current. I'll tell you what, I'll screen record it. So, settings, given current, change that to 20. Okay, normal operation, change the test mode and click hall test. I'm going to spin the wheel then. Yeah, wheel's going to spin. And this number here is going to change the offset angle, and this is going to say OK or test failed. But if I've done it right, then it'll say test OK. Just wait for it. Boom, test OK. 59 the offset angle is. So I'm going to go click off that, off normal operation, put that back to 0, sorry. Save it, go back in it just in case, because sometimes it doesn't save. Settings, DC current, 60, 60, rated phase current, 80, max current, 165, protective phase, 220. I'm going to go all the way down. You can mess about with boost, free speed, switch 3 gear, but all it means is boost and hard start, all the modes are the same. You might get a little more power, but I don't like it. Flux weakening, you can put that on. That adds top speed on, but in my opinion, it wastes a load of your battery for the speed it adds. It adds like 5 miles an hour if that. Minimum voltage, 1.2, so there's no input delay. Starting delay. Set these to 10, accelerate, decelerate. These are just input delays again from when you accelerate and it moves, and then when you decelerate it moves. Throttle mid current, we're going to knock that down to about 80. Internal speed limit 100%. And then I just want to make sure the wheel's moving the right way around, so I'll give it a bit of a throttle. Oh, there we go. And that's it guys, how you tune a Sabvoton controller. Gonna get all the cables back in the box, bang it on, the mud guard, put the mud guard on the front, mud guard on the back, quick test ride, and then she's done off to Somerset. Lovely. So ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it now. So controller box is on. I've done all the wiring, done the converter, soldered all that together, same as I always do. Batteries in. All I need to do now is just put some foam in there. OEM Surron throttle, UKC on display. Still got his regular gear shifter. Got his nice light. Turn it on. Lovely jubbly. Boom. She works. Sure does. No messing about, but yeah. Trying to get all the foam in here, cut the straps to size, put the mudguard on the back, put the mudguard on the front, take them reflectors off, test ride, couple pics, vids, and then I'm on to the next one, guys. Red Rocket. This one is called the Green Goblin. Yes! Come on! Yes, people, what is going on? So that is the bike complete. Green Goblin, 70 volts, 6 kilowatt, 55 to 60 mile per hour. Bike is on is a Kona Cinder 2024 mod. Sonar for the front end, Michelin Wild Enduro tyres, front and rear. Proper heavy duty tyres, these I really recommend them. RockShox forks, Magura MT5 brakes, Surron half smoke light on a Warp 9 switch, lovely jubbly. Magura MT5, these are feeling really good because it's the first time using them. Fat bar 40s, 30mm rise, 31.8mm bore. Pro taper grips, we've got an OEM Surron throttle, UKC on display, personal password, USB charger, 1.5 mode, you know the script. Warp 9 switch, titanium bolts, lovely jubbly. Bike is on as a Kona Cinder 2024 mod. These are naughty, can't beat a brand spanker. Sabvoton 50, Killa Build tune down to 60 amps, fully waterproof box on them soggy bags. Mudguards all round, 72 volt, 30 amp hour, Samsung 50G, 21700 cells. Fully Bluetooth on BMS, a peace of mind. Comes with a bag, 5 amp charger. Kona pedals, Kona cranks, Kona seat post, Kona seat. Mucky nuts rear fender, green fender underneath to match the theme of the bike. You know how we do. MXUS 3K turbo lacing to an MTX 39 rim. 3-turn. Magura MT5 brakes. Kona torque arms. SRAM 200mm rotor. These are setting levels. Kids paid about £3.5. If you want any more info on a bike or you want to build similar to this, don't hesitate to contact my 07761 465 024. Apologies for the fast speaking as well, guys. My battery's on 0%, so one shot and I've done it, lad. Peace out.